we recording? We are recording. Never mind.
Are we?
Welcome. This is episode 3 of Meecaps. I'm David, and I'm joined again by Rick.
Hey,
how you doing,
me.
Rick?
I got shot. My doctor shot me in my left arm, man.
Damn.
I went in there.
His license revoked.
I went in there for a checkup, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna shoot you because of tendonitis or some bullshit." They said some gibberish, and they shot me in my arm. It hurts.
I'm pretty sure tinnitus is the one where your ears ring, because I don't think they got a shot for that.
It was tetanus. Tetanus. I got a shot.
There's a bunch of T's. Tetanus, tuberculosis.
Point is, they shot me.
TADES.
I randomly sent my girlfriend a text saying, "I got a shot for tennis," and I didn't look at it. She's like, "You mean tetanus?" I was like, "Oh, no, I mean I'm allergic to the fuzzy tennis balls or something."
Almost like cat fur.
Facts.
Yeah, that sucks. But if you guys hear, Rick moan and groan, it's because his arm's a little sore. And in his doctor's words, hopefully he's not a bitch about it.
Oh, they told me not to be a bitch. They said don't baby it.
Doesn't sound very, professional.
It was mean. It was kind of mean. Not gonna lie, everyone else, except for my nurse and my doctor, in there was mean. Everyone else in there was mean to me.
I've never had a mean.
I was lost.
Never had a mean doctor. Luckily, always been super fortunate.
I got a nice nurse.
Very loving doctor.
Except for when she shot me. She got a Glock.
That'd be a cool little syringe.
Right? That would be kind of
just
scary.
Put the syringe in the Glock. Like, we're about to shoot you.
Now you can say you got shot.
Yeah. Today is Wednesday, May 22nd.
Hey, that's today.
So we'll be talking about things from the previous week. Things like that include big things on the dock today. Game of Thrones season finale, series finale. I keep mixing that up. Game of Thrones series finale. Our mystery movies from last week. A lot of news dropped this week. For certain subjects we might care about or not. Who knows? We'll see. But we got a lot to talk about today. But first, I want to share an interesting story with you guys. Last week I mentioned that I was getting a promotion kind of in my job. So I work with electronics, for those that don't know, kind of like fixing phones and computers and stuff. So I started that this week. And so one of my things that I'll be doing is helping with quality control and training techs so that mistakes don't happen. And boy, did a mistake happen this week. So actually just yesterday, I was en route with my boss, and kind of he's showing me the ropes of what the job will entail. And while we're at one of the other stores, he got a call from one of his technicians that a phone caught on fire.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Was it a Samsung?
It was not a Samsung. It was an iPhone in for a battery replacement. And this man's phone caught on fire because the tech, I don't know if he was being a little careless or what happened exactly. But
poured gasoline on it.
No, I did see the video. There was no gasoline.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was pretty trippy. I wish I could send the video, but I can't. But essentially, this man's phone starts smoking. It doesn't catch fire. It just starts smoking when you puncture the battery, and it gets super hot. So he throws it on the floor, and he steps on it, and he just keeps his foot there like a psychopath. Like the phones get pretty hot when something like that happens, and he just keeps his foot on it. And so we later, when we get in the shop to help this man out, you can see on the store has rug, and the rug has melted to the phone, and the screen is like his shoes melted, and there's a giant footprint on the device. It's trippy. But we were able to actually recover that person's phone. We had to replace a bunch of parts because a lot of them melted, but overall it worked out. But I just thought that was hilarious. So maybe if I was in the shop doing the job I'm supposed to be doing, I could have stopped that, but there's just so many stores. So, I'll help train these guys and get them in shape. So something like that doesn't happen, hopefully. Mm-hmm. That's about the craziest thing that happened in my week.
Now I'm scared because it's not a Samsung, it's an iPhone. And those bitches are everywhere.
Yeah.
You got one.
I do.
I'm scared right now. At this very moment.
If you're not poking the battery, then your phone shouldn't blow up.
I got weird interests, right? One of them is poking batteries and see if it actually blows up or not.
Well,
testing phones.
You're gonna have a hard time getting into your phone. But yeah, I mean, anything? Can you top that story?
Other than getting shot by a trained professional.
That takes that oath too. I don't know what that
takes
oath is.
That oath.
You're not supposed to harm people.
I think they have to. We might harm someone eventually. It's gonna come because
we might have to shoot some people. I think that's one of the subtexts.
No, that's pretty much it, man.
No, I mean it's kind of hard to top a phone blowing up, so I don't blame you. Listen to anything this week? Anything catch your interest this past week that's coming up?
I've been listening to Night Call for the longest time, like
Night Call. Oh,
by Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
Kavinsky.
Kavinsky.
Yeah.
Kavinsky.
That one I listened to. I mean, I still listen to it a lot, but definitely when I finished the movie, Drive, I was listening to that a lot. But nothing like. What else?
I've been listening to Logic's new album.
Yeah, I haven't given that one a shot yet.
No, it's pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed it. Back to front. It's what I got from it. It's the Rappers album. So it's an album that I feel like it's aimed towards rappers.
Gotcha. Like the struggles of a rapper, but not like the highlight.
Not the struggle. I guess the struggles of a rapper, and also like, keep your bars up. Don't keep rapping about drugs and shit. And
gotcha.
Let's keep.
So it's like addressed to rappers, kind of.
Yeah, let's keep talking about
to whom it may concern.
Mental health
edition
and shit. Yeah,
okay.
But it's good though. I like.
Interesting. I've heard a lot of bad things about it. I haven't listened to it.
What'd you hear?
I've just heard that it sucks, pretty much. That his flows aren't that like they're still the same kind of flows that he always does, which is impressive.
Flows, yeah,
I mean it's definitely impressive, but just that it's overall weak.
I think he even confronts it, and like he even says that in some of his albums, like, or he mentions it. But my thing about that is like, what do you want?
Yeah.
As soon as he changes, people are gonna hate him either way.
Exactly.
So that kind of sucks.
More power to him. I mean, he pushes through it. I think he definitely is a hard worker. At least he fucking puts something out like once a year.
He gets the most shit, dude. Kind of sucks.
Yeah. I don't know.
He doesn't get most of the shine that other rappers get. I mean, they do mention his album and stuff, but whenever his name is brought up, he's always brought up as the light skinned dude. Oh my bad. He's brought up as the light skinned dude or the guy who can't say the N-word.
Gotcha. Well, I think he gets the pass more than you or me. But yeah, I mean, I plan to listen to it eventually. It just never really
piqued my interest. Pause the podcast. Do it right now.
We'll be back. Nah. But yeah. So I'll listen to that eventually. But I mean, it's coming from your recommendation, so I'll give it a shot.
And then can I are we able to send links? Can we post links to the bottom of this?
If you guys follow us on Twitter, we could post links. Instagram, I don't think we could really do links. But we could put them in the description of the YouTube also. That's definitely something I want to get on top of is our YouTube descriptions.
I'm going to be showing y'all a song. It's mostly an instrumental. It is an instrumental. It's fucking tight, man. It's called Powerful Mario.
Powerful? Is it sampling like Mario? Nintendo?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sampling Mario, but it's called Powerful Mario from Super Mario 64. I don't even know who does it. Oh, the artist's name is QUMU. I'm gonna post it. Listen to it. It's
is it gonna be like a YouTube link or Spotify or
Amazon, and I'll do YouTube as well.
Okay. So we'll see if it's available. Wherever it's available, we'll try to link it. The most accessible one. That's cool though. I've been listening to the new Tyler the Creator album, IGOR. I think it's some of his best work. I've never really been a fan of Tyler the Creator. I thought he was always kind of like too goofy and like gimmicky. Like that's what he just played on, like funny stuff. And I'm not a big fan of like funny artists. Like I always think, like I really hate Little Dicky.
You don't like Little Dicky?
I can't stand him. I don't know. It just never really connected with me. But his last album, I forget what it's called. Flower Boy Scumfuck, I think is what it's called. Something like that. That one was really cool.
I like a song from it.
Really?
I guess I need to revisit it again, but I know there's like I listen to an album, and I go away with one or two songs that I listen to constantly.
So that one, I did enjoy it, but definitely as far as like really being able to enjoy it, I didn't. There was only a few tracks on there that I did like. I wasn't a big fan of it. But Igor, I really enjoyed more, mainly because it kind of goes off of like the beaten path. It's not like a standard album by any means. A lot of the beats on it are kind of heavier and darker, and like they don't seem super clean. They're kind of just like raw, in my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion. I've never actually reviewed an album before, so I'm gonna do my best here. But
we're taking the position of that rapper. No, he's not a rapper. The nerdiest music reviewer on YouTube.
Oh, Anthony Fantano.
Yeah, we're gonna take his position right here and right now.
I mean, I don't really listen to his opinions on things, but actually, one thing I started to do when I wanted to expand my library of music.
To see who he's talking about?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll just click a track and see like what he gave the score, and if it's a high enough score, I'll check it out. And I tend to find that a lot of times he likes some really weird shit and stuff that really doesn't click with me, but I'll still check it out. And I found some like gems through him, so shout out to him.
Facts.
One day we'll catch you, buddy. But no, for this one, I just wanted to shout out and give a couple opinions on like some tracks, some standout tracks for me. So the intro is Igor's theme. It's just a simple little track. I think it's fine for introing the album. Then there's the song Earthquake, which I think he released as a single the same day that the track came out, featuring Playboi Carti, which is actually the first time I've ever heard Playboi Carti.
I keep hearing about him.
I've heard his name, but I've never actually listened to him.
I heard he's good.
And I can't understand a single word he says on this track.
See, I keep hearing that he's good. And I should
hear
check
that
him
he's
out.
good too, but I don't know. I feel like my Instagram feed's filled with a lot of little kids, like my Explore page. Like it seems like their opinions, like he's definitely a new age rapper, I feel. But I can't really understand him on this track. I know a big track that's going around for him because it's like a meme, is that he's got like a track called Kid Cudi or something, and that was pretty cool. But this isn't about Playboi Carti. It's about Tyler the Creator. So Earthquake I think was pretty cool. Then the next track that stood out to me was I Think, where it kind of switches up and it becomes like this track has a little groovier of a beat. It's more like you kind of dance to it, I guess you could say. And there's a lot of like static and pop happening on the track, so that's why I was going where I said like a lot of these beats are kind of feel a little raw and like unpolished, which I personally enjoy. It seems like something where the artist just has fun and just goes for it, so that's why I'm enjoying it more than anything. Then my favorite track on the album is called New Magic Wand. This one has a really heavy, like dark, nasty beat. The hook's a little lacking. It's
Do you know it off the top of your head?
I don't. That's why it's a little lacking. Something about like, no, I can't even tell you. Something about a new wand. I don't know. Hence the New Magic Wand. You're not too off with that one. It kind of sounds similar. But yeah, he's kind of singing in the beginning of the track, and it's kind of nonchalant, kind of like melancholy singing, which I enjoy. I enjoy melancholy sounding music. And then it kind of goes, the whole track kind of cuts out a little bit, and the beat switches up, and it becomes like a tamer thing. And then it builds back up, and then hits like a even rawer and darker part of the song, and Tyler actually starts rapping, and I really like that track.
Does Jaden Smith ever show up in this album?
I don't think he does. He has a couple features. I didn't take the time to look him up.
He took off his boy. Oh, he has features. I mean,
well, they're not on there because it's like it doesn't even give him credit. Like on Spotify, it doesn't say, and it's not in the title either. But like I said, on Earthquake, there's Playboi Carti, and I think someone else is on the track that I've never heard of. And then Puppet, it kind of sounds like the next track I'm about to talk about. It kind of sounds like Kanye West is on the track, like just doing vocal, like not even rapping,
I can
just
see
kind
that
of talking.
Tyler the Creator is like a big fan of Kanye.
Yeah, so that one off the top of my head, I remember the change towards the end of it I really enjoyed because it kind of takes on like a horror element. It almost sounds like the chorus, like the choir from like Get Out and Us's soundtrack. Like, you know, the singing that happens in there.
Spooky for me.
It kind of sounds like them.
Spoopy.
So I really enjoyed that track as well. And yeah, I would just definitely recommend the album. I'd probably give it like a solid 7.5 to 8 out of 10. It's probably my favorite Tyler project to date. And then I also this week listened to the new National album. I don't know if you ever heard of the National. You did give that one a listen?
Not entirely, but I heard a couple songs on the way to work.
I gave most of it a listen.
It's super chill.
It's really chill.
Mm-hmm.
It's super chill. So almost too chill for me. I like their album. I want to say it's called either Demons or Hard to Find. I don't recall off the top of my head. It's the one where like they have a girl's head like poking through a mirror, and then it's reflected, and I don't know.
Is that the album art?
Yeah, that's the album art.
Okay.
So I think it's called Demons. And I really like that one because the lead singer of The National has like a super deep voice. So I think in a lot of those tracks, they're very like emotional, like love songs and heartbreaking songs and things like that. So I think it really fits his deep voice. Whereas this one, I mean, I only listened to it one time, but it didn't sound like on that same level of emotion. So it just didn't really work for me too much. So I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10 or something. But if you like The National, I'd still check it out. For sure. And that's really all I listened to this week. Actually, today, a new single came out for Denzel Curry. I'm finding out a lot in my inner circle that not a lot of people I talk to like Denzel Curry.
He's an oddball. I haven't really sat with his projects again, but he does seem like an oddball. I love his Rage Against the Machine cover.
Yeah, the Bulls on Parade is
that
really
shit was
dope.
tight. That's Definitely. What really got me onto him, but I haven't,
taking the time to listen to his stuff. Yeah, I think he's one of the better like younger rappers to be coming out of like this new wave of rappers compared to like the Lil Uzis and those guys, Tekashi 6ix9ine. And
what do you think of Jid?
JID. I do like him a lot actually. I really enjoyed his DiCaprio 2 album.
Tight.
That was really dope.
2.
Check that one out. So
do it right now.
Right now. Stop listening to us. Oh, okay. After?
Yeah, after.
Okay. After we're done talking.
Give us the listen.
Give us the like. I need validation, guys. Please. But yeah, that's really all I listen to. And then as far as other things this week, I mean, I haven't really watched too much. I started getting into a new anime called Darling in the Franxx. Have you ever heard of that one? You might have seen it cosplayed. It's very popular cosplay right now. There's a character called 02 in it, and she has like pink hair and horns. Anyway, whatever. That doesn't ring a bell. It seems interesting. I'm only like on the second episode, but it doesn't quite have me hooked, but it hasn't lost me either. It's very strange. It's like these boys, it's almost like an academy, and these boys are training to pilot these things called Franks, which are like robots, I believe.
Ooh, I'm gonna watch it. It's a mech anime.
It's kind of like a mecha, thing. And so these girls, the girls are part of the Franks, or they're the Franks. It's really confusing. I watched them really late at night, the 2 episodes. But essentially, the girls suit up, and they get like these attachments on them, like handles and stuff, and it's almost a little sexual. It's weird. Like, of course, they link up, and then the girl's like, like it's real weird.
Of course,
but would it be an anime if not?
I have a good anime I can mention. But keep going. Sorry.
I mean, that's really all I know about the anime so far.
Okay.
I'm hoping it picks up and gets like super. I don't need my animes to be actiony, but it definitely helps. So far, since there's no action,
a mech anime, it has to be.
I hope so.
I mean, yeah.
I've started it. I'm on episode 2. If you guys want to start it, maybe in a couple of weeks I'll finish it and we could talk about it some. But just I thought I mentioned that.
The anime I wanted to bring up, it's on Hulu. It's called The Promised Neverland. It's
that's in my
great,
list,
man.
It's actually in my list on Funimation.
Great. You should start it. No sexual, innuendos in it.
I mean, it's little kids.
It's little kids. Yeah. I hope not.
A little weird.
Shit, but it's fucking.
But it is an anime.
It's really, really well done, man.
Yeah, I've seen the first episode. Actually, pretty fucked up thing. It kind of takes a turn.
Just so, in case you haven't seen it, the listener, it's so it's an orphanage with one mother. They call her a mother.
Yeah,
it's the caretaker for the kids. And the first episode starts off with, I don't really want to spoil it because the first episode really starts off well. It sets the whole tone for the whole anime.
Probably shouldn't spoil it.
Yeah, but
check it out for sure.
Yeah, there's more to this.
Definitely push past the first episode.
Orphan house. Yeah, it'll push you. The first episode will probably push you. It'll keep
push
you going.
Past the first 10 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
Push past the first half of the first episode because it looks like it's kind of your basic anime.
Facts.
Like just
that's what really hooked me.
One of those happy-go-lucky kind of things. Like, just little kids doing their thing. Like,
watch it.
You should definitely check that one out. I know you wanted to mention Attack on Titan.
Oh, Attack on Titan. Yeah, I've been keeping up with it.
If you guys listen to the previous episodes, I don't watch that one. I mean, I want to watch it, but it's up to my girlfriend.
No spoilers. The action really picks up on it, and it does the traditional Attack on Titan brutal ways of cutting characters off.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't hold back at all.
Interesting.
It's pretty fucking tight.
I actually did see a spoiler.
It's progressing nicely. What happened?
I've seen a spoiler for
you
that.
You fucking piece of shit.
Am I the piece of shit? Or the Instagram account? Yeah, I was on Instagram and it was like, this character's death.
Oh, big.
So someone dies. It's Attack on Titan.
There's a lot of people that die.
No. Yeah. So it's a certain character that dies. I got spoiled. I don't know if it's from the new season. I'm guessing it is. But who really knows?
I know.
I mean, yeah. Well, people know more than you because they read the manga.
Facts.
Unless the manga's now behind the anime, because I know that was kind of a problem, and it's a problem for a lot of animes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't keep it up enough to know. So, yeah, check out Attack on Titan 3.
Do it right now.
Unlike me, I wish I could be there with you guys, but I can't, sadly.
I can't really.
The theme?
I can't really.
That was not a very. Yeah, I think your tempo was a little off. Play anything new or anything like that this week?
Play anything new?
Yeah, like games.
I've just been playing Apex Legends.
I know you don't play too many video games.
I've been playing Apex Legends on and off, but I haven't found a game that I can sit down and enjoy. I do have the game Visage on PC.
What's that one about?
It's a horror game. It's like, I don't know, you're inside of a house. It's like, have you seen PT?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's kind of like that, except for it's not a demo, it's a whole game. And you're exploring around the world, around the room, and the dark makes you crazy. You have to take pain pills to calm yourself down, stand in the light.
Ass?
No, they're good. No, it's not like an indie game.
Oh, okay. It's like a real developer. It looks tight. Not a real developer. Indie developers, you're real too.
Yeah, but it's
one of those, like a AAA title, kind of a big studio.
It's one of those games where you can't really interact with the world, the game. Mm-hmm. You can just walk around, and I guess you can light candles, turn on lights, pick up stuff, but you can't really press A to punch or do anything else. Jump, you can't jump. You're just walking around. But the music, the sounds, you have to play with the headset. It's fucking terrifying.
That's too much for me, dog.
Yeah, to the point where I can't play it alone.
Yeah.
But I've been meaning to play it with either anyone watching, but it's fucking nerve-wracking, man.
It's co-op?
No, it's not. No, but someone in the room.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm not alone. I want someone to hold my hand.
Gotcha.
Well, like WADS is around. What is it? WASD?
No, okay. I was confused.
WADS.
I've never heard of that mechanic. WASD.
WADS. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I might have to check that one out. Get on my PC. My problem with my PC is I don't have a lot of space on it. So I have like a solid state drive, and it's a really small one.
I need to get an external memory.
Yeah, I need to get an external drive or just install another drive in there. Because I have an actual tower. So, but maybe I'll check that one out. What I was going to check out on my PC today, the 22nd, is a game called Splitgate. I've been kind of excited for this one. It's, if you haven't heard of it, it's free to play on the PC. It was supposed to come out today. And it's a mixture of Halo and Portal. So it's like an arena shooter where the guns are on the floor and you go, and it's a team deathmatch style game, or I think there's objectives to like capture the area or something. But on top of that, you can shoot portals. So you can shoot a portal here and then there, and you could use it as a window.
Maybe can you shoot missiles through the portal?
Well, I haven't seen missiles in the game. I don't know if there's missiles, but you can shoot through the portals, yeah.
Dope.
So you can use it like a window, or, the velocity you enter a portal is the same you exit it. So if you jump into a portal at a very fast speed, you might launch yourself up into the air or something. And there's even jetpacks and stuff. So it looked really fun. But 2 hours before it was supposed to come out this morning,
psych.
They pulled a psych on us, and they delayed it till the 24th. So it's kind of lame because I had the day off. I was looking forward to playing it a little bit. But just gonna have to wait on that.
I can see them now. The developers are they're just sitting there, laughing at everyone waiting for the game, and now they're not gonna sell.
They're probably shitting bricks. because so many people were looking forward to it. But that's on them.
Well, I like to imagine that they're laughing at you, David.
No.
It makes me feel good.
I'd imagine they're crying.
You're
There's
right.
a guy at the top that's like, "What the fuck?" And then the guys are like,
The
"I'm sorry,
money."
there's a glitch." I don't know if there's transactions in that game because it's free to play. I mean,
But
it
that
has
makes
to
a
be
game, though.
transactions.
It has to have a glitch or two.
Yeah, I don't know why you just wouldn't release it and then patch it later. But maybe it was just that.
Mass Effect.
Grown.
It's one big glitch.
Maybe it was just super, game breaking, so they didn't want to release it. But we'll see. Maybe next week I'll have a little review for that one or anything.
I think Just Cause is the only game that gets away with glitches.
And that's because they're fun.
Exactly.
And you can do just wild shit on it, so it's like, who cares if it's
Yeah.
like, I just threw a bunch of C4 on a building, like, I'm
Froze the
flying through the
game.
air, like, yeah. What do you expect? You're doing some crazy shit. But yeah, so that's a disappointing thing this week. Not another disappointing thing, I guess, actually, before I get to the non-disappointing things, was the final trailer for Brightburn. I don't know.
What do you
I don't think
mean?
you saw it. You didn't get a chance to watch this trailer, but it was disappointing because
Did they give too much?
no, I guess it's not disappointing. They just didn't. It was like an unnecessary trailer.
Okay.
They didn't add anything else to it, like maybe a couple more shots.
It's a perfect trailer.
But no, it wasn't a perfect trailer because I think they've shown. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen the movie, but I think they've shown probably 75% of the deaths, or what you would assume is the deaths.
Okay.
In the first trailer, they have the lady that if
In the
you haven't seen the
dining room?
trailer and you don't want to know, tune out for a quick second.
Not in the dining room.
Yeah, like in the dining area, the diner, and she's in the fridge or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they show that one, so you assume she dies. Then there's the part where the cop tells
Stop assuming shit,
the
David.
mom to come to him, and then she gets to the door, and then the fucking kid tackles his ass at like 100 miles per hour. And then you've seen the one where he lifts the truck, and that guy, he's floating, and then he lifts the truck, and he drops the truck. So you would assume that guy dies. So I don't know. I just feel like, why show the deaths? You could show him being menacing without showing the deaths. So,
I'm sure they're gonna. They show
it
like
honestly,
this
like-
specific scene where he's on the ground and he's like looking up. I guess like he fell or something as a kid. But I don't know. I got a sense that he was like mad. He was pissed off, going psycho in his head.
This last trailer kind of like lowered my hype for it. Honestly,
The perfect trailer for this movie would have been evil Superman. Boom, done. That's it. That's all you heard. But I guess they can't market that.
Nope.
Bastards.
I think that one comes out this weekend.
This weekend,
So that comes out this weekend alongside Aladdin, I believe, right?
May what?
24th.
May 24th.
Yeah, I want to say it's Brightburn and Aladdin this weekend. Gonna try to watch those so we could talk about them next week.
I'll watch Brightburn. Not down for Aladdin.
Well, I'll try to watch both.
I'll watch.
And I think Rocket Man comes out,
Rocket Man.
so I'm really looking forward to that one. I don't really know much about Elton
Musical?
John's life. I don't think it's musical. It's more along the
No?
lines of Bohemian Rhapsody, like a
Okay.
biopic. So I enjoy his music. Don't know much about his life, so hopefully I like the movie. Other trailers that dropped this week: His Dark Materials. No fucking clue what this show
But
is
it looks
about,
great.
but it looks really good. HBO exclusive.
It has what's her name? X11 or something? X21?
Daphne Keane or whatever. The X-22.
X22?
I believe it's X-22. Logan's daughter from the movie
Thanks.
Logan. She's in it alongside James McAvoy. Also is in it. So they got a couple X-Men.
boy.
That one looks pretty good. Again, do you have a guess as to what it might fucking be about? Something about magic.
I don't know. There was a monkey in there.
Was it a monkey? It was like a monkey tiger
true. It
thing.
looked weird.
It was like
It had longer hair than
it almost looked like Tails from fucking Sonic.
It's a crossover.
Like a deformed Tails from Sonic.
They can save Sonic.
There was a bear. There was some kind of magical power. I don't know.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
It looks
Check out the
tight.
trailer. Looks pretty dope.
First episode. I'll watch the first episode. From there, I'll decide.
Yeah. I like to give a show 3 episodes. I give it 3 episodes.
3 episodes? Yo. It's
Depends, I guess.
If
If it's an HBO show, like it's like an hour probably, right? The episode's probably gonna be like an hour. So we'll see. 2 episodes.
If it were out already and someone told me, it's like, just stick through the first 3 episodes and I'm sure you'll love it, then I'd give it a chance. But if it's like barely coming out and I'm watching the first episode, I don't know if I would stick around. Maybe they could save it, I guess.
I guess it just has to pique enough of your interest to check back again.
Maybe it's not for me.
We'll see what happens with that one.
and I'll revisit it in the future. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
like if
good
I
after
finish
the
it, and
third
I'm like,
episode.
yo, you got to go back and watch it. Then you'll check it out.
Skip the first 3. Go directly to the third one.
But then you miss maybe plot details.
Right. I didn't like it already. I didn't like it because of the plot in the first episode.
True. Another HBO exclusive just got a trailer, which is Westworld. The third season.
Aaron Paul.
I've never seen
is
Westworld.
starring in it. No, you should see it.
Rick can take the wheel on this one.
So we're left off in season 2, right? That's
Are you about to spoil it for me?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
saying.
I was like, damn, you look like you're about to spoil it.
The way they ended is, I guess I would be spoilers.
Open. Let's just say, I guess.
It's open, yeah. But this is like a completely out of left field. I don't know. When I first saw the trailer, I didn't know it was Westworld. It was a Westworld trailer.
Okay.
Maybe other people have seen something that I'm missing, but or characters.
From what I know about Westworld, the first 2 seasons at least seem to be about like some Western kind of robot amusement park type thing. That's all I know about Westworld. I don't know any of the characters' names or the plot. Yeah. Really, I just know it's like it's an amusement park where you can kind of get away with anything. So,
but the way they're doing this one
looks like it's in the future.
It doesn't really seem off though. I don't know. Without spoiling it, it doesn't really seem off. It's just watching the trailer, it didn't really give me Westworld vibes. But as soon as they said, or you saw the W and I said Westworld, I was like, oh, I can see how this is gonna happen in this show. But
were there any characters from?
See, that's what I couldn't tell you. So that's why I'm saying, like, someone else could have probably noticed it, but to me, it was just a
different show. Until they put Westworld up.
Yeah, but I can see how it leads to it. It's not a different show completely, but I can see how it gets to that world, utopia, or whatever.
Interesting. What was I gonna say about it? Damn.
Aaron Paul.
When does it come out? Aaron Paul. I mean, he's cool. Whatever. He's a good actor. He can be.
He can be. He is. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, off the top of your head?
He's not. No, I don't know off the top of my head.
2020?
Yeah. No.
2021?
That is Mortal Kombat. 2020.
Okay.
It's an. It doesn't say. I don't have it. Damn it.
Within the next couple of years, they got a trailer. This year, Westworld?
I believe so, or maybe next year.
Didn't it just end this past year?
Damn, you're right.
Soon.
Yeah, I think they were just showing the trailer.
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon.
I'll have to check it out.
Aaron Paul
the first 2 seasons before
is good in The Path on Hulu. No, it's pretty good, man.
Never heard of it. I've seen him in Breaking Bad, which is obviously a great show. He's a great character in that one.
I'd be pissed if he doesn't say it's science, bitch, because it's all science based.
I mean, maybe you could say like artificial intelligence, bitch.
Oh snap!
Something like that.
Can you hear that? The writers are writing it down. They're jotting it down right now.
And I've seen him in that, and then the Central Intelligence movie with The Rock. It's like, you ever seen that one?
No. Central Intelligence? No. Is it comedy? No.
It's a comedy. It's The Rock and Kevin Hart.
No.
It's okay.
I apologize to all you Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson fans, but I can't do it.
Fine movie. But anyway, he plays he's like the plot twist element in it. And he's fine in it. He's supposed to be the menacing bad guy, which I just don't buy.
Oh, really?
Because, he's like Aaron Paul.
Yeah,
kind of see him as Jesse Pinkman.
Is that the Always Sunny in Philadelphia guy? No, Charlie? The guy who plays Charlie? Is his name
like Charlie Day?
Yeah, his name is Charlie?
I think
Day?
so. Yeah.
I can't see him as a villain in Pacific Rim.
Spoilers, bro. I'm just kidding.
Dumb.
But I haven't seen Pacific.
They show it in the trailer.
Do they?
They show a bunch of shit in the trailer, dude.
I know
feel
they
like
show a
I've
bunch
seen
of
the
shit,
entire movie.
It seems like he's rooting for them to win, no? In the trailer.
Damn, did I just spoil it? Or did I just guess it?
I mean, I spoiled Central Intelligence.
I don't know.
By saying Aaron Paul.
I don't know. I've never seen the movie. So maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, you haven't seen Pacific Rim?
No, I haven't seen Pacific Rim.
Oh.
I feel like I've only seen the trailer. I've seen Pacific Rim, the first one.
Yeah, but not the second one. I haven't seen either of them. People tell me to watch them.
Same here, but
just never really piqued my interest that much.
Exactly.
It's cool.
I apologize, y'all. Because I know there's fans.
But yeah, so I'll have to check out Westworld. Season 3, 2, 1, and 2 before 3 comes out. Hopefully soon.
All I'm saying is Eastworld is not far off. Northworld is not far off. It's a possible thing, so I can see why this show is happening. Yeah, you catch my drift?
Nope, I don't. Final trailer this week was the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood trailer. I really enjoyed this one. I don't know what song that was supposed to be.
It was just humming.
Just you humming. Because you like the trailer? Is that why you're humming?
It looks tight. It gives me a Wolf of Wall Street vibes or Pulp Fiction. No, who said it was like closer to Pulp Fiction? You said
Quentin himself. Quentin Tarantino's 9th movie is this one.
Yeah.
And he said himself, I believe, that this is the closest movie he's made to Pulp Fiction since Pulp Fiction. So take that how you will, I guess. If you like Pulp Fiction or didn't.
I just got vibes from Wolf of Wall Street just because of that one actor. What's his name?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, just because he's in it.
Yeah, it looks like he's really going in on it.
Yep.
I feel like I'm really gonna like his character. The whole cast looks pretty good. I hear good things out of it. It's being shown at the Cannes Film Festival right now, and I think it's sitting at like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, 92%. So I've always enjoyed his movies, except I haven't seen Death Proof, but that should be cool. I really enjoyed this trailer. It's a lot more footage than the first one, but it still didn't show.
It doesn't give away a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't really even tell you the plot. Really.
Yeah, it's a bunch of scenes with no audio in it, kind of. So it's pretty cool. Just they give a shot of a gun and then people walking down the street, but they don't really say. Like I told you, I explained to you when we saw the Toy Story trailer.
Yeah.
Where they say, they have a goal to accomplish in the trailer. It's like, we have to get the keys. So you kind of see
how they execute it.
So you kind of see where the story's going already.
Yeah.
This one doesn't really show you anything like that. So it's pretty cool.
So overall, you mentioned Toy Story. What did you like? You didn't like that trailer?
Oh no, I like it. I'm just saying it's cool for those movies because I know it's a kids movie, and I know I'm still gonna fucking enjoy it. But say when it's like a Transformer movie with the trailer, they usually give away a lot of plot.
Did you cry in Toy Story 3?
I got sad.
I didn't.
You didn't,
bitch. Just kidding.
My throat tickled.
No, I didn't.
It was probably because I had a cough.
I was like, whatever. Excuses. But no. But yeah, Toy Story 4 is hype. A lot of good movies coming out this year. Summer.
Facts.
Summer, I guess these are all summer movies.
Godzilla. I can't wait till next week, man. I already got my tickets.
I still haven't gotten mine.
I'm
a broke boy right now. So that's why I didn't see John Wick 3 like I wanted to fucking talk about. I saw the first two, so I really liked them. Finally, I was just gonna go watch the third one, but a lot of my friends were like, "You can't watch the third one without seeing the first two," and I'm like, "But I can." That's what I was saying. Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure since I like movies so much, I've seen like clips of the movie and I've seen plot points of the movie, so I knew what the first two were pretty much about. So I feel like I could have just went to see the third one, but I ended up watching the first two anyway. The first one's better than the second. They're still both really good. I'd give them like solid B's.
You took his car.
And his dog.
It's John Wick's car. That shit's funny.
Very.
It knows the type of movie it is, man.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate.
I really liked in the second one the scene where he's like getting all his equipment ready. Like, so he's going to the tailor and he's going to the gun. And they're talking about the guns like they're fucking entrees in a meal and like dessert and stuff like that.
Do you see immediately after the release of, or kind of a couple days after the release of John Wick 3, they already have a release date for John Wick 4?
Yeah, John Wick 4 2021. May 2021 I think is what they announced for it. So
that's crazy.
Cool. I guess that's kind of spoilers that he lives in the third one.
That's true.
Because the second one, spoiler warning, in the second one he has a $14 million contract out for him, his death. And then he's also excommunicado from the agency. So he can't get any help from any of his homies. And everyone wants him dead. So how he survives this last one, who knows? But apparently he survives because there's the fourth one coming.
I'm still watching it, man.
Yeah, no,
because you go there just to see like the faces being kicked in and the arms being split in half or bent backwards in positions they're not supposed to be bending.
Actually, speaking of that, one of my biggest complaints in the first two, because it's obviously good action, it's quality action, it looks like it's it's well done, but I got tired of seeing him do like the same move over and over again. Like, he'd tend to hip toss someone over himself and then he'd hold their arm and he'd shoot people while the guy's underneath them and that guy's struggling, and then he pops a couple people and then he shoots that guy in the head. Like, he does it like so many times.
Isn't this role perfect for Keanu?
Yeah,
because I remember as a kid after watching The Matrix, and we would play play fight with me and my cousin.
Yeah,
I would always beat Neo. I remember this because I know my cousin used to say it. It's like, you always knew it's no fair because I would never die.
Bullets, yeah.
That shit's funny.
But I mean, I do like that he gets beat up in this one. Almost to the point where it's a little unrealistic. It's like how his man got stabbed in his thigh, like he got shot in his
strong thighs.
Shot in his gut, and he's still walking around. And yeah, I like the second one where they show him killing people with a pencil, since it's hyped up throughout the first two movies that he kills people with pencils when he has to.
That's a funny scene in John Wick 2. It's like, you know who John Wick is? Have you heard the story of? Yeah, he killed the guy with the pencil. He killed the guy with the fucking pencil.
Yeah. So next week, hopefully, my plans are to have seen John Wick 3, Aladdin, Brightburn, maybe Rocket Man. I think I got my release dates all figured out. I think all those movies are out coming up this Friday, and we can talk about those.
I can't wait for Brightburn, man. Even though you dislike it, you hate it.
I mean, I like it. It's just they showed a little too much.
You're giving it a 5 out of 10.
I don't think I'd ever give a movie a 5 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Maybe after today. Yeah, which we'll get into. I like give a movie lower than that when we get to our mystery movies. Yeah. Or they're not mystery movies, but our movies.
Our movies.
Our random selections. We'll have more on that. News this week? You hear anything newsworthy? I've heard a couple things.
I hear Arnold is still an AI or some bullshit like that.
Is he now?
From Skyline, or what is it?
Damn, you confused me because you got that so wrong. Not
Skynet.
Yeah, Skyline.
Skynet is back.
Yeah, I did see they released a poster for that one with I think her name's Linda Hamilton. Man, people hate us. They're like, how do these guys got fucking movie podcasts and they don't even fucking know?
I wanted to start off this episode by saying that
we're like
not interested
into it, and you want to start it off the episode. You're a little behind on that.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyway, my bad.
No, go ahead.
No, start off. I just want to start the episode.
I was thinking on the way here about what I would say, and I thought I came up with I'm a not interesting dude into interesting things. It came out. It rolled off the tongue better.
Yeah.
Better than now.
Yeah. That's cool.
But that best describes me.
Yeah, I could see that. But her name is Linda Hamilton, by the way. Confirmed. So I was right. I just wasn't confident in being right. The poster's just her holding a gun in the desert. Doesn't really get me hyped. What does get me hyped about the movie is the director, who is Tim Miller. Damn, that dog's loud. This is the director, Tim Miller, who did Deadpool. And the little shorts, Love, Death, and Robots. On Netflix. I did finish them all. I definitely liked more of them.
Than you disliked?
More than I disliked, but there are still some that I disliked.
I liked them all. They're all good.
Really? I forgot which one did I not like. I didn't really like the farm one. The farm one was like whatever.
The farm one?
Yeah, where they're defending the farm. I can't do it with the dog. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, Terminator, kind of hyped for it a little bit because the director and the writer also did the Blade trilogy, which I love. Always loved since I was a kid. He did The Dark Knight and Batman Begins, and he did Man of Steel and Dawn of Justice. Didn't really like Dawn of Justice, but definitely like Man of Steel. Come at me. I like it. It's a good movie in my opinion. But so yeah, I almost topped out for no. I don't know. Yeah, no.
I'm fucking topped out.
No.
Like, don't give me any more. I am done.
Yeah. We'll see.
Or if anything,
I didn't even see Genesis
I think there's
thought
a
that
show.
was going to be
Isn't there?
terrible. Sarah Connor
Chronicles.
I hear good things about that. That's old. Super old. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll watch it.
I won't. Probably. No, I'll watch it. I watched all of them.
Watch it. I didn't see Genesis, but
I saw Genesis.
This one seems
bad.
They got. They're hopefully gonna make up for it in this one. So next set of news was they released some photos from the Star Wars Episode 9 set. The Rise of Skywalker. Definitely the wrong one. Not there yet. I got some news on that one though.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Couple pictures from it. Looks pretty cool.
It looks tight.
Practical effects, except I mean they got some weird horse things. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that.
It's like a warthog crossed over with the horse.
I know. I don't really remember what they look like.
It has like weird bent horns in the front.
Yeah, not sure. I can't remember.
Did you hear the PlayStation Studios news?
I did.
And how they're gonna be adapting their video games into TV shows and movies?
Yeah, that sounds like it's gonna be pretty cool.
It's tight. We're finally gonna get the Uncharted.
Yeah, I think that one's still in development. It's been in development forever. But I think they've cast Tom Holland to play Nathan Drake, which I'm hoping he plays a younger Nathan Drake.
Yeah, that's really young.
Because he's not super young, but I mean, he doesn't even look like a Nathan Drake to me. Like maybe they'll do his hair different.
Just because of his hair.
His hair color, I guess. Even his face. I don't know. It doesn't look like Nathan Drake. Doesn't look like a...
Nathan Drake is a man. A grown man.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is just stable.
He's a man.
He's a young man.
He's a young man.
That's him.
But he just, Nathan Drake's like more manly, I guess, in the traditional way. Like he just looks like a manly man. Like, so I don't know. Tom Holland doesn't really do it for me, but I think that's where they're at with that one. Maybe he plays Nathan in like flashbacks or something. That'd be kind of interesting.
Dope.
They do have a flashback in the game.
What if Tom Holland's one good act is Spider-Man, and he lets us down with?
I mean, it's a possibility. I'm sure he's done other stuff. I've just never checked him out on other stuff. But I mean, that's a possibility. He makes a great Peter Parker. That's why maybe I can't translate it, because Peter Parker and Nathan Drake aren't close to each other. Like they're not the same kind of people. I
guess. I'm saying, like, can he do it? I'm hoping he can.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I see him as Peter Parker, which might be why I'm hesitant to see him as Nathan Drake, because he's a Peter Parker in my head. Maybe I don't know. But other than that, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Hopefully they're good. You could do a Last of Us game. That'd be pretty cool.
God of War.
The problem with like a game like God of War is they haven't really had one that's proven, not the franchise, like the game series. I actually haven't really played them. But as far as like mythical movies, like things like that, there's not really any good ones. Like, what's the movie with Sam Worthington and Liam Neeson? Like Clash of the Titans, I think it's called. Like that one's not very good.
But still, I mean, if it does the whole thing that the game is doing, it's a demigod going and killing all the gods.
Yeah, I think that's Clash of Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean, I hope they're all demigods.
But it's not Kratos. No, I think.
Because demigod, like he's like that motherfucker's like he has superhuman strength, healing. He has weapons that are fucking badass.
I believe that. I guess, you know what? I like the Percy Jackson movies. You ever see that one? Those ones? Based off the books. They're like all...
Which one?
Percy Jackson.
No.
There's 2 or 3 of them. They're pretty cool. They're more like family-friendly movies, whereas I hope God of War is like...
It has to be.
Cruel.
I played one of them on the PSP, and there was a sex scene, and they told me to press triangle. Press triangle to tap it. Tap.
Interesting. What position?
Lost my virginity that day. Via PSP.
Cranked one out while he was playing the game. Those are facts.
100%.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. They don't have like too many original titles, but I mean the original titles are pretty cool. So hopefully they can make good video game movies.
They said movies and TV shows, so I'm hoping most of them are TV shows as opposed to movies. And one-off movies, I don't know. God of War maybe could be a one-off.
Yeah, pretty much. But they could also be... Yeah, I feel like it has to be a movie because the budget-wise, I would rather see a one-off movie with
Splinter Cell.
A plenty big with a lot of action and, high budget to do the creatures justice, opposed to like shitty TV CG.
Get you.
Because you're definitely going to need CG with that.
Nathan Drake, Uncharted, you can do that as a TV show. That'd be tight.
Uncharted, you can do as a TV show.
If they do,
I think I'd prefer movies.
Really? Because then you'll get Tomb Raider.
I like Tomb Raider. So,
You like Tomb Raider?
Yeah, I like the Tomb Raider movies.
I don't know if I'll give
those are like my guilty pleasures. But yeah, I mean, no, I think you could do. I don't know, because TV series just seems too long for an Uncharted story.
Not long enough if you do Game of Thrones.
Something like that might work. Maybe like a 6-episode.
Hour
like
long.
If they're like hour long, like 6 episodes, then I think you could do like an Uncharted.
That'd be tight.
But I would prefer movies if it's going to be like a standard 20-30 minute show. Like if they could do it like The Mandalorian, that looks like they're doing, then that could work. You know, it looks like there's a budget behind it, and hopefully they're longer, like short movies. I know that one's a limited series, so maybe if they do them like limited series, but who knows? Maybe that's why they're casting a younger person, so they could fucking really use them for many, many years to come.
True.
So, what other games? You said Splinter Cell, but it's not like exclusive.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not exclusive. But maybe they'll buy licenses for games. Because other than God of War, Last of Us, and Uncharted.
Infamous. Dope.
Oh yeah, Infamous.
Infamous, my bad. I said that.
Infamous. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. A lot of these they need bigger budgets, so I just hope they get the money to back them.
Ooh, Until Dawn would be a good one.
Oh yeah,
that would be a really good. That one's
kind of a movie already, though.
That's true.
It's like a CG movie. You just got press buttons to take actions, pretty much, and walk around a little bit. They even had Rami Malek in it.
You're right,
but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't make it an actual show.
They wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, they'll do it, and then they'll make a new game.
Days Gone.
I could have sworn there was a. I could have sworn there was a second Until Dawn supposed to come out. Maybe I'm crazy, or maybe that was the VR one.
I'd play that.
A second Until Dawn. Because you just have to make it like an
minutes until.
Minutes. Oh, minutes until dawn.
I can't wait. If they do a Gran Turismo movie, TV show.
No, pushing it. I think that just means we should move on. I heard a couple things about the Mario
Cast
Kart
Dwayne The Rock
phone.
Johnson. I'm sorry.
For what?
For the Gran Turismo.
Oh.
Gran Turismo.
And it's just going to directly compete with Fast and Furious. Yeah. No, I'm done talking about it. There's no Gran Turismo. Quick little Mario Kart update for the mobile phone app. If anyone's looking to get that, it looks pretty cool. I saw a video recently they showed, and seems like a simple, dumbed down version of Mario Kart.
Yeah, it looks like it's constantly driving, so you don't really have to worry about giving it gas. So you're just shooting items.
Yeah. So if you ever want to kill time. I don't know if they have a release date for it, but I'll probably get it eventually.
The beta's done, so I guess they got all that they need to finally release it worldwide.
To fix their bugs and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Couple little side Game of Thrones stories that'll lead us into our Game of Thrones talk. Now it's the right time to do it.
Well, now I'm rushing through it.
Fast forward. HBO confirmed that there will be no Arya spinoff like people have been talking about.
I've never heard of that though.
No? People were talking about there being a spinoff with her since at the episode she's sailing.
Wait, we're spoiling. We're gonna spoil it.
Yeah. Spoilers spoiler talk starts now.
Facts.
All right. But yeah, at the end of the episode, she's sailing west. It's only a minor spoiler. Like, she doesn't die. There you go. She's sailing
last episode
west. The last season, last episode. So people were thinking that she was going to get her own show and she's going to discover these lands or
America. When you said America,
I did say it during we were watching it because she's like, I'm sailing west, and I was like, she's going to find the United States. Which actually people were thinking. I mean, they must have been joking, but
they introduced democracy at the end, so like I'm not,
yeah,
America's going to catch on. It's
they
like
tried to, and then they laughed at them.
No, they did laugh at him.
Like
but eventually they said we're gonna work to
it's more of like
the leader, having the people.
I don't know what kind of thing it would be.
Monarchy. It's still monarchy.
Like a democratic monarchy, I guess.
I guess because they're the only ones choosing. I don't know.
I'm not a political major. Anyway, so yeah, they said that there's not going to be a spinoff. for Arya, which I'm cool with.
I don't
that'd be
hate that.
dumb. Like, who cares? Like, she's a cool
Facts.
character, but I don't want a whole show about her. And then also, I don't know if you guys have seen the petition that people have started to redo season 8.
I signed it, and they didn't change it before the last episode. What the fuck? I'm just
Start a
kidding.
petition for the petition. See how many signatures that gets. But Sophie Turner, Sansa Stark herself, says that it's rude, disrespectful, and just obnoxious that people are doing it. And I would have to agree with that. It's so ridiculous that people think that they deserve to get the season redone.
Yeah.
Like, these people worked hard to do it. You may not like how it came out, but that doesn't take away from the fact that they worked to get this done.
But what if I get 1 million signatures?
You shove 1 million signatures up your ass. Like, you shouldn't have it redone. That's dumb. Like, wait for a while, and if you want to reboot Game of Thrones and do it from the beginning again, go ahead. One of the maybe whoever signed it, you guys can all collectively write the fucking Game of Thrones fan fiction you want.
A shitty season.
But yeah, what do you think about that petition?
Well, I already mailed my shit out.
All right, he's sticking with it. He fucking Rick wants a fucking petition.
I think it's dumb. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion and stuff, but when it gets to the point of trying to starting this petition, and you're outright telling all the special effects, the writers, because you're including everyone in the show. You're saying
exactly.
that it's not up to par, but it's not to your liking. It's not meant to, it's not this episode. The show is for you. It's just a show.
It's for
follow
everybody.
along. Be upset if you are just like, I mean, I'm upset of like certain characters dying or not dying, but I enjoy the show, and I'm my opinion on it. It doesn't go any further than being an opinion.
Yeah.
These people are going out and fucking demanding it to change, and I think that's dumb.
Yeah, like, there's bigger issues in the world, people. Like, to fucking petition this
calm your
fucking
tits.
Game of Thrones season 8 out of everything that's happening. For this to be your petition is a little sad. But I mean, I didn't really like the final season too much.
Facts.
We got into that last week, but this week I'd like to get more so
it's finally
into
done.
The final episode. What were your thoughts on the final episode?
It was rushed.
Game of Thrones.
I didn't predict it correctly, but
I was pretty close.
You were close. Yeah, you were the closest.
Close.
But I mean, it didn't really shock me.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about like the whole episode in general, or the one scene
when Dany died? It didn't shock me that Dany died. That she was gonna die. She was bound to die. They're talking behind her back crazy status. So we knew way before she knew that she was gonna die.
yeah, she didn't see it coming.
Cause she's stupid. I was kidding.
But yeah. Speaking of which, I saw people getting mad like that. Never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it.
What?
No. People were getting mad that 2 men were plotting to kill a strong woman. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, she's crazy. It could have been a dude. It could have been a fucking girl. It could have been a trans person. Like, it doesn't matter who Dany's character gender was. These are just 2 main characters in the show, seeing that their queen did something wrong, and they know they have to kill her. Well, John still is hesitant up until the very end. I think that even before he kills her, because he obviously does it while he's hugging her and says, "You'll always be my queen."
It's fucked up. You think you can trust a person?
And then
knife in the gut.
I think if she answers his questions differently there, that he doesn't kill her, but he gave the answers. True. She gave the answers that was like,
that's what he was doing. He was testing her. He was testing her at the end.
And she's like, yeah, she's a crazy bitch. So I guess I got to kill her as much as I love her. And I think she would have made a great queen. She's made mistakes, and her views, she's no coming back for her. And
I trusted my nurse, and she shot me.
So, yeah, I think the death made sense. I was calling it from the beginning of the season that they were going to kill her. I figured it was going to be John, even when people were saying like Arya was going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of for a little bit was like, well, maybe she will, because they end the 5th episode
with her
looking a little better. Exactly. So
yeah.
I really liked the first half of it. The first half of the episode. I guess you could say first half. Up until the time jump. I liked it.
with that made up language.
The Valyrian. Yeah, when she's giving her little Nazi speech. Yeah, and then speech. And then Tyrion, 2020. Tyrion disrespecting her. Yeah. In front of all those people. I just felt.
Did you see when he threw that pin?
Yeah, he took his pin
travel
off.
For. Okay.
Yeah, but that was cool. I thought that stood on character for him. Like, he's a man of his. He's got honor. Yada yada. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I guess other than that, I mean, I really, like I said, enjoyed the first half of it up until Dany gets killed. I mean, I have problems like immediately after because they don't really ever explain the relationship between a dragon and its mother. Like, obviously it's a dragon and its mother, but my biggest thing, I thought it was just dumb. It was kind of funny. Was that Drogon burns the throne.
Yeah.
Like how does he know what the fuck a throne is?
It knew they were fighting
they're like, this is the conflict. Let me burn it. Like, what did fucking...
I learned very early on that you can't ask logical questions about this. It's a fantasy TV show, so I get it.
That's really stressing it though. That the dragon knew the throne.
That's true.
Like, to burn the throne of all things. Like, I don't know. I think that was a little funky, cheesy.
Look, no one knows what a dragon thinks or is thinking.
It's true.
Except for those who own dragons.
I guess that must be how it works. There's some kind of link. I like to picture Dany raising them as little baby dragons, and she has like a little tiny throne, and she's like, "This is what Mommy's gonna sit on one day." Yeah. She's like, "If I can't sit on this, you guys got to burn it." That's why. Maybe that's the explanation.
Hey, so we didn't see all the behind the scenes, man. We didn't see her fully raising the dragons.
Nope.
Maybe that's a spinoff.
Yep. Nah. But so that was my problem with that.
Dragons.
And then I thought it was funny when it nudges her like a dog. It was kind of sad, but kind of funny because, again, they don't really explain dragons' emotions in the show.
I guess they've kind of...
And then it picks her up with this fucking claw and then flies away with her.
You didn't hear the crushing, but it crushed. Your fucking ribs crushed and everything as it picked up Dany. So she's dead for sure.
And then what I thought would have been cool from there would have been if they like went and followed up immediately with those consequences, like
killed. Right after that, because I mean, how do they even know John killed Dany?
Exactly, he could have lied about it.
Sword is gone.
I don't think he would have lied about it, but I think he could have lied about it, and then that would have been a cool way to take it. I think if they would have just extended another season, they should have done like a season. They ended it where like Dany destroys the King's Landing, and then that's the end of the season, and then the next season leads up to him killing her and all that stuff. That would have been cool. Yeah. But I guess they gotta hurry up and do Star Wars, so
they got 6 episodes.
Yeah. They're like, nah, we gotta do 6 and then we gotta go write Star Wars.
The season was rushed, man.
I didn't really think it was too rushed. The last episode for sure was rushed. So I didn't think the season was rushed overall. But the last episode was, because that time jump, I thought it was done with a time jump. You time jump and it opens up on Tyrion again. He's in jail still, and then he walks out and you see all the people there, all the lords and ladies. And then you learn Jon Snow is alive, which I thought was strange.
Like, I thought he would have died immediately if you would have told him, like, hey,
there's no reason
I killed your queen.
Exactly. There's no reason why Grey Worm wouldn't have killed
Grey Worm especially, yeah. He
already hated him towards the end. He already wanted to just stab him for no reason. So I don't get how they took him in to be a prisoner.
I don't know.
It's like he had plot armor. Like they needed him a little bit more. I think they should have at least, my personal opinion here.
But you can't have the happy ending with Jon Snow and Ghost if he's dead.
I don't give a fuck. My ending is you don't time. If you want to do the time jump, sure, but you don't time jump there. Grey Worm and the Unsullied come and find him, and then they kill him, and then he also dies right there.
Facts.
And then you can do that time jump. I thought it was just dumb. There's no way he lives. And then they hold on to him for that long, waiting for the fucking lords and ladies.
Waiting for something, yeah. They don't know what they're waiting for. They lost their queen. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. And then, so they get into a little speech about who should be king and queen.
That was dumb.
Then Grey Worm's saying, like, oh, Jon needs to die. It's like, well, why haven't you fucking killed him already?
Yeah, true.
And then so does...
because I guess they don't want another war. I guess that's one of the reasons.
But they don't really explain it too well.
Yeah. And they could have done it right.
Like, how'd they get that message?
They could have killed him right after, where he killed Danny. They could have killed him, and they would have never. Oh, he died. We found him dead. Like there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Because how do they know? No one's really there.
Yeah.
To send the message or anything, like there's no way they would have known. Like you said,
no one would have known John died,
or why he was killed,
or he could have died in battle.
Exactly. So I just thought it was strange because then Grey Worm waited for all these people to then decide the fate of John. Just seemed dumb to me. That's my biggest complaint with the episode is that John lives, and then so we got all the people there. They're all lined up, and they're like, "We need a king," So Grey Worm, in deciding what should happen to John, Grey Worm accepts that they need a king, and then he'll make the decision.
Yeah,
I thought that's pretty dumb because again, he only had the one queen in his mind, which was Danny, and she's dead. It was killed by John. Why is he alive? That's my biggest. I'm gonna keep saying it. Why is he alive? It doesn't make sense. And then so Tyrion does his speech. I'm not sure the exact order of things.
The guy stands up.
The guy stands up.
His speech
Their
why
uncle.
He should be. Yeah.
Which I guess I didn't. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention. But he was at the Red Wedding, so I don't know how he's alive.
He was. Yeah. No. I think he partook in it.
Conspired against him, the family.
I believe so.
I don't know. I didn't pay enough attention. Then why is he accepted? Wouldn't they kill him? The Starks.
Would they have known? I guess they knew who did
there.
It. I don't know.
So I'd be like, "Yo, how'd you live?" And I was gonna I escaped. Anyway, maybe they probably explain.
Maybe we should go revisit.
But anyway, he stands up, and then Sansa, trying to be the queen she wants to be, is like, "Uncle, sit down, you fucking stupid bitch." Those are her words, not mine.
It's hard, man. Hardcore.
And then they do the whole speech, and then Sam is like, "Oh, we should be a democracy," and then everyone laughs at him. That would have been cool, I guess. The start of a democracy. They kind of start it a little bit.
Yeah, they're kind of starting it.
It's like representative, the monarchy.
They say they're gonna get things in order, and then eventually it's gonna lead to that.
Yeah. Tyrion gives his speech, and they select motherfucking Bran to be the king.
Stupid.
I didn't mind it.
I minded.
Who would you prefer? I don't like Sansa, so I didn't want her to be. And I think she's kind of like better. Bitchy. Nah, I can't. I don't like her character.
I know.
I think she's a bitch because she gets jealous and butthurt that Bran gets chosen, and she's like,
"That's true."
You sure? That's what I got. Her vibes. You sure about that?
I wonder if she would have accepted it anyways.
No, she would have.
Because she wants the North to be separate.
No, she would have accepted it if she was ruler. Because she would have been ruling. That's what she's wanted since she was a little fucking kid. The first couple seasons. That's why she wanted to be with Joffrey and shit.
She wanted to be a queen. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so she's always wanted to be a queen. But yeah, so that's fucked up. She's like, "Nah, fam. The North is going to be separate." Cool.
I thought when they told Bran, you're the king, I thought it would have showed his face for a 5 seconds. And then he would have been like, "No, I do not want." How he usually responds with.
I thought maybe he would have done that, but I guess he's supposed to be one of the wiser characters since he's kind of all-knowing. He doesn't. I'm tired of people saying that he knows the fucking
He doesn't know the future.
He doesn't know the future. It kind of is confusing because he says, "Why do you think I came this way?"
Yeah.
When they ask if he'll accept the crown. But that's probably just because he knows the present, and so he just knows what people are thinking, and he, in his mind, since he's so wise, is just well, they might want me to be king. I don't know. But he can't see the future. Stop saying he can see the future. It's not one of his powers. But yeah. So what did you say you rather see? You rather have seen Sansa? What was your choice though? At that moment, who would you have wanted?
I don't know. I thought
John.
Honestly, my pick from the beginning was Cersei. I thought she was gonna win. I thought it was gonna be an HBO ending, everyone fucking died.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been crazy. But the way, it surprised me, went left field. But at the end, I couldn't really think of who I wanted to see as king or queen, so I was disappointed either way. But I like the whole democracy that they brought it up, the democracy thing. We should all vote for our king. I was like, okay, cool. We'll get a scene of the people getting together and picking one person. And I don't know.
Put that happened there.
But it didn't.
Technically, even the people complaining about it being Bran, I feel he picks Tyrion to be his right hand, and I feel by doing that, he really means Tyrion's gonna be king.
Really?
Like he's gonna take his advice heavily.
Okay.
Because we've seen Bran doesn't really have emotions or anything like that, so I think he's pretty much gonna let Tyrion
and he finds him
decisions.
to be a good guy, just who's made a couple wrong decisions, right?
Yeah. So that's what I took it as when he selected Tyrion to be his hand. I was like, okay, so he's gonna let Tyrion run shit pretty much, and he's just gonna be the face, almost.
Then we got a scene where Tyrion was setting up chairs for people.
Yeah, that's towards the end, but I got a couple things to complain about before we get to that.
What you complain about?
Back to John being alive. So they want the punishment now that the king's been set. They want his punishment, and Grey Worm wants like him dead, but he settles for sending them to the wall. Yeah, like
I don't think, does he know anything of the wall?
I don't think so. Besides the time they spent in the north, maybe, and they talked about it a little bit.
Maybe.
But not only that, what's dumb about that is so that he agrees to sending him to the wall, and then Tyrion tells him about a piece of land or whatever to just go make his own house.
And decides to take it at the end?
No, I think where he ends up going to the place where he were going to go with his Sunday, whatever. He takes all the Unsullied and they go there probably to fuck off and never talk to any of these people ever again.
Facts.
So why did they end up sending John to the wall anyway?
Yeah, so why did it matter? Yeah.
Why did it matter?
I don't know.
Because then also towards the end, we find out John goes to
he leaves
even farther north.
True north.
Yeah, he goes even farther north with the wildlings.
Yeah, man.
So he didn't even go to the wall.
And there was women.
Anyway,
there was women in that scene, so maybe that's why he left. He's like, I can't not. I know what it feels like now. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty dumb with John. Yeah. Then we get Tyrion setting up all his seats. Kind of
30-minute
pointless.
scene.
It wasn't like necessary, I guess. What do you think of that scene?
I mean, I'm glad. I was just happy at that point it was coming to an end. We already got the basically the end. Dany dies. They pick the king. I just wanted everything to settle in. But I thought it was dumb that they sent John to the true north, or to Blackwater, right? The Night's Watch, and then he leaves. They give you that. They finally give you the scene where he pets Ghost. So happy. Are you happy, y'all?
I feel like people are. They were very happy about that.
I guess.
They didn't really need it. Like, whatever. It's a dog. Like, I love dogs, but I don't need it in the show. But
it's a dire wolf, right?
Dire wolf dog.
Bigger than a dog.
But, yeah, I mean,
overall, I didn't really hate the episode.
I definitely didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But it was just like, okay.
It was there.
I was like, all right, that's the show.
But as soon as it was done, there was like this weight lifted off my shoulders. Like, it was, we've been there. I wasn't there for the whole 8 years.
Yeah, no,
but
I wasn't.
I was revisiting, binging the episodes.
Yeah.
And it's cool that it's ended now.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. So
part of me will miss it mainly, I guess, for like the conversation and like it was just such a big thing. Like you could like almost talk to anybody about. So it's cool, and it brought together like get-togethers and things like that. Like, what are people gonna get together and watch now? Like, what's that next big thing gonna be?
Can't be Westworld because that's already started. Oh, maybe third season.
Things like that.
I don't think.
But there's nothing's like quite on the scale yet.
No.
Eventually we'll get one, I guess. But
let's just go back to Channel 34. Watch some soap operas. Maybe one of those catches our interest. Because Game of Thrones is one big soap opera.
But it's a soap opera with a budget.
That's facts.
And not shitty acting.
True.
I mean, there can be shitty acting.
But they kill him off immediately. If there's shitty acting, kill him off. Solution.
Maybe. I wish I could have killed off the characters in these movies that we watched.
Oh, yeah.
I want to talk about some shitty acting. Let's get into that. So.
And we're back. So we'd have this
movies.
It's gonna be a weekly segment where we do movie roulette on all platforms, where we pick whatever. No, we
spin a wheel.
Yeah, we spin a wheel.
Well, it's not a wheel
on the internet.
Digital, yeah.
It's a wheel. I like to imagine there's a wheel spinning.
It's a big ass wheel.
Big ass wheel, and it lands on 2 movies, and we watch them and give our honest review on them.
Yeah, sometimes we might debate them.
Yeah,
sometimes we might have different opinions, but I think this week,
we came on. Yeah, we have the same kind of opinion on. Yeah,
one of these is a piece of shit, and one of them
is a giant piece of shit. And one of them is polished piece of shit. The other one is just a pile.
Pretty much.
Do you want to start with Mega Fault, which was one of the movies?
Sure. We start with whichever one. Let's start with the bigger piece of shit.
Okay.
Which is a little gem called "If Not for His Grace." What could I even say about this plot? The plot itself is it's about a reverend. Is he a priest?
Yeah, I think he's
preacher.
a priest.
They just call him preacher.
He's a father. They call him father.
Yeah, father, preacher, priest, whatever you want to say.
That dude.
They don't specify what religion, I guess. Let's assume Christianity.
Let's assume.
But anyway, so this man is
he's
staple of he's a family man, staple of the neighborhood. Everyone looks up to him.
Everyone in this movie.
Everyone's sucking his dick. And they have a family night. They have a family night with his family. He's got a wife and a daughter and a son.
First off, what I wrote down on my notes, I wrote down a question. Flipped on Razr flip phone?
I don't even remember that. Flipped on Razr flip phone.
Filmed on Razr flip phone?
Oh.
Question
maybe
mark?
Sometimes. See, I have a similar note where it says, mine's on a specific thing, but it says flashback grain question mark. Like the grain is pretty bad.
I was like, wait, am I running on
throughout
HD
the movie?
But
especially when it goes to the flashbacks, there's tons of flashbacks in this movie, and it's a flashback because it turns black and white. And it looks like it's from the 1950s or some shit. There's so much grain.
Oh man, it's like this movie is cringeworthy on another level, man.
And what's funny about the flashbacks is like, it doesn't matter if it's the 1970s or something, right, when his wife and him meet, or if it's a fucking week ago before he died. Like the flashbacks stay the same. Like it's the same black and white, the same amount of grain. Like it's just you can't tell the times. The alley where the gangsters hang out is blue for some reason. It's well lit, fucking blue alley.
All right, so
but anyway, let's go back to the beginning.
This father shows up. He gets home. It's late. Presumably,
like started eating dinner already.
Yeah, they were waiting. No, they were waiting for his ass.
Were they? Oh, okay.
And then they were about to get to start eating, and then the mother. You wouldn't
believe the fucking balls on this guy. Right? He goes to work. He preaches all day, and he forgets his fucking ice cream.
He forgets the ice cream. I guess it was
the ice cream for the fucking day.
Third time or something that they told him, and the wife and the family make him go get that ice cream. He's like, okay, I'll go get it. But it's a lot cringier than that, It's not just okay, I'm gonna go get it. It's like okay, and everyone's screaming. He leaves to the liquor store.
The place you go to get ice cream. Liquor store.
Comes out the liquor store with his ice cream in hand, and there's a
like a fight breaking out.
A fight breaking out in the parking lot. But this fight, dude, I've never seen a fight go down. It was almost like a musical.
They were
leaping.
They're like dancing and doing backflips and shit.
They looked graceful.
It was crazy. I thought they were gonna legit start break dancing.
I didn't think they got close to each other. It didn't look like they were fighting at all, dude. Yeah. It looked pretty funny. And then it was so theatrical to the point where I didn't think it was a fight. Until the next scene is him trying to go in there and break up this quote unquote fight. Yeah. And out of nowhere, someone pulls out a gun.
The man with the white shirt.
And shoots him.
We learn his name later, but yeah, shoots his ass.
Tries to shoot someone. Shoots his ass. The
Reverend jumps in the way.
Yeah, he dodges a bullet. Takes a bullet for this young man. Homeboy dies.
And that's how the movie kicks off.
That's how it kicks off.
After that, it got a little boring. Everyone's grieving. The mom's grieving. She's kicking herself in the pants because she had to send him to get that ice cream. Fucking idiot. How'd you forget it? She's sad. We meet the little girl. His daughter has a friend who has a very, I don't know, no offense. I don't know if it's a real one, but he has a fucking stutter.
A stutter? Yeah.
And pretty sure it's not the actual kid because he turns it on. I don't know. There's a whole little scene where he does impressions and he's able to turn it off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a real thing with stutters. But it was pretty annoying. It just seemed like it was overacted. I think if he did have a stutter, I apologize, but it seemed fake to me. So you meet him, and one of his impressions is one of the church ladies, and he lets it slip his dad, that their dad died.
Dude.
Then, the little girl gets sad again. We learn that the son is conflicted. He's ditching class and shit because his dad's dead.
And he's weak. All that kind of shit. We learned he's weak. He's weak because he can't lift more than a 10-pound weight.
Yeah, so he's weak for some reason.
That's one of the first flashbacks we get.
Yeah, so where does it go from there? It's a little just jumbled up in my head. We were at the mom's work, I think.
The sister comes back to visit.
Yes.
She didn't go to the funeral. Everyone calling her hoochie mama, which in nowadays terms is a thought. They call her a thought.
Yeah, she would have been a thought, but this is 2015, so maybe thought wasn't around back then.
Oh, it was. It's just a Christian ass movie or something. Religious ass movie.
Is there curse? There's no curse in the movie. Huh?
Something religious.
But my notes kind of pick up where the mom is at work. We learn that her boss's name is Mr. Scott.
Oh yeah,
which instantly I thought of The Office.
I did too, and then
since I thought of The Office, I was like, you know what? Michael Scott could have made this movie.
What?
This is like threat level midnight bad.
That's better. What do you mean?
True.
And then that scene after they introduce Scott, there's her boss, and then she looks at the picture of her.
And then it goes to a flashback. And you can tell this guy's trying to fucking get it. He's really fucking wooing her, trying to get in those panties.
I feel like this movie
is kind of creepy.
Is filmed, directed, and produced by that guy, that actor.
Pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I didn't look into it, but more than likely it is.
He's like holding him so high in this movie.
Yeah. So we get one of those flashbacks, and then he gets called into Mr. Scott's office. And I was like, okay, they're going to really drive home that this family's down on their luck. Like, she's about to get fired. But no, Mr. Scott's like, oh, I got an update for your husband's murder case. And I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, where does this bitch work? Because it's not a police department. It's not a police department, but for some reason her boss has an update on the murder. And then I didn't think much of it. I was like, well, maybe he's somehow, maybe it is some kind of police department, or he's like some chief or something. They never really explain it. And he explains that they have the shooter, essentially the name of the shooter, but they don't have anyone to point him out, so they can't arrest him. So throughout the whole movie, I was like, okay, maybe he's just someone important of some sort. But then later on, there's further developments in case. A new case happens, and again, Mr. Scott is there like later on, and he's talking to the police, and the police clearly don't know him. Like, they don't work with him. It's not very like well established that they work with him. So then at that point, I was like, okay, so he's nobody. He's just her boss. But why does he know these details about the fucking case? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why is the wife getting updates from this man and not like the actual police? It makes no sense. So on my notes, I just put,
Mr. Scott,
who the fuck is Mr. Scott? Yeah. What are your thoughts on some of the next things that happen? Because I don't pick back up until they're trying to recruit.
When they're trying to recruit the kid.
What's his name? Chris?
We can just skip along the movie, man.
Yeah, it's not really worth your time.
Worth our time.
One of my big complaints with it is the music choice for some of the scenes.
It's weird.
It was really weird, especially. So there's the gang member. His name is Dog. He's probably the only good actor in the movie.
Yeah, which he has other movies. I didn't look.
Yeah, Rick said he's seen him in other stuff. I've never seen anybody in this movie. But actually, before I get to that, one of my big problems too.
Oh, he's a diehard Equalizer.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess he has cameos in there.
Well, he's making it. I don't see anyone else making it in this movie. One of my things was the audio quality. Like, there'd be scenes where like
you can hear from afar,
it's away. Like they actually have mics on them, and then there's scenes where like they don't have the mics on them, and like they're recording them from fucking 10 feet away, and you hear the air blowing into the mic, and you hear the traffic of the cars. I can't really speak to that because there's traffic being picked up here, but exactly. We started this with like, you know, a little bit of money. Like, this is a movie. So I really didn't like the audio quality because it would sound like ass, and then it'd sound decent, and then it'd sound like ass. So that was very confusing. But with audio being on my mind, the music was super weird. The weirdest point in it, the character Dog tries to recruit Chris, I want to say his name is. Honestly, I don't remember. The son tries to recruit the son into his gang. So he's like talking shit on him, saying you either, you know, you're with us or you're gonna die, I think is what he tells him, which is a nice ultimatum. Then the mom saves him or what have you. And then later on in the movie, we learn that Dog is the one the priest was protecting.
Trying to save.
Yeah. So he took the bullet for Dog. So it's kind of fucked up that Dog wants to recruit the son. But the son later has some kind of revelation and feels bad for the son. And so it's like the son's out at night. I think she just finished telling off his mom, like, fuck you. Why'd you send him to get the ice cream?
Whoa.
I mean, that's what it was. He was like, you sent him to get the ice cream. And the mom's like, no, we sent him to get the ice cream because she can't accept the fact that she killed her husband. So, so Chris is like out at night. And then Dog calls him Preacher Boy. And he's like, what you doing, Preacher Boy? And he's like, man, I'm just trying to, just leave me alone. And then Dog is explaining at this point, I guess, that he shouldn't be a gangster. I think I wasn't paying too much attention, but he was essentially having a heart-to-heart conversation with the son, saying he needs to become his own man and stuff. So it's supposed to be a very deep, emotional conversation with these two characters, like growing. Yeah. But the music they had, it was like what I write. It was like a serious conversation, and it was like a very simple drum beat with a whole lot of hi-hats, like the so it was really strange. To me, it sounded like the main menu of a video game that you play, like a flash player game, like the fucking games where you just click and do shit, like a kid's game. Like, it was a really weird music choice. And then I think that's the scene where we get our second shooting, right? It's right there.
David, my power went out halfway through this movie.
You didn't finish this one either. You don't finish your movie stuff.
I finished Megafault.
Oh, okay.
But anyway. This movie was... It was I wanted to walk out of the theater.
But you were in your own house. Well, I'll take it over then.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So, at this point, there's a second shooting. So
Who gets shot?
Chris, the son.
No.
Yes, so they're having this heart-to-heart conversation. You should have finished it. It's hilarious. They're having this heart-to-heart conversation, and then it's not a drive-by. It's like a walk-by. The guy that shot the dad fucking runs up on him, and he's going there. They start fighting, and he goes to shoot Dog, and then Chris jumps in front of the bullet, and they shoot Chris.
Suicidal dog.
So that was hilarious. There's a second shooting. They call the ambulance. The mom gets the call, like, oh, your son's been shot, and she seems pretty chill about it. She's not really freaking out. It's like, what? Okay, I'll be there. So they're in the ambulance. They're on the way to the hospital. And the paramedic is in the back saying, like, he's losing, like, all the whatever, mumbo jumbo. She says, we need to go faster. Step on it. She's yelling. She's very urgent. The camera then cuts to the ambulance slowly going over a speed bump. Like, it's going like 5 miles per hour. I just thought that was a funny choice of that. She's like, step on it. Get the fuck out of here. And then they're like just barely moving. So that was pretty funny. And then so they're in the hospital. And this is the part I was talking about before, whereas Mr. Scott comes in to check on. He's like, oh, I heard the news. What happened? So that's where I knew he wasn't with the police, because he got his information from the news. And there's the church ladies. I don't know if you remember the church ladies, the 3 ladies. Yeah. So they're there. So Mr. Scott comes in. He's like, I heard the news. Oh, what's the news? Like, he's not dead? And they're like, no. And he's like, oh, cool. And the doctor said he'll recover. And these ladies are like, no.
Nosy what?
They said, God said he's going to recover.
Oh,
not the doctors.
Gosh.
The doctor said, God said he's going to recover. So, that was pretty hilarious. And then they cut to the man, Chris. I don't know if his name's Chris. I'm gonna call him
The
Chris.
kid, the son.
Oh, he's Chris. They cut to Chris in his hospital bed. It just looks like someone's room. There's no medical equipment. He's not hooked up to anything. There's no IV. There's nothing. He's supposedly in a coma, and he's just laying there. And then we
no
see
IV, coma.
Nothing.
Oh, no.
Nothing at all. He's chilling. Dog sneaks up.
Shoots him.
No, sorry, he doesn't sneak up. He sneaks into the hospital because he's a suspect in this. So he sneaks in. He puts on a doctor's coat.
What the?
Yeah, he puts on a doctor's coat, and he starts talking to Chris. Chris is in like limbo or heaven with his dad, which is just an apartment complex. It's on a bench in an apartment complex. So the dad's giving him all these lessons and stuff like that. And Dog's having another heart-to-heart, and he's telling him he's going to get back at the dude that shot him and his dad. And then there's a nurse eavesdropping, a male nurse eavesdropping on the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, he seems to be, touched by this. But then Dog's like, I got to tell you something important. And then the nurse decides to walk in. He's at the door cracked open, and then he decides to walk in right there. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would you wait?
If you were listening.
Yeah. Like,
you
either
want to
keep
hear
listening.
the important part.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And the nurse's like, I've never seen you. And Dog's like, yeah, you haven't. I'm from the morgue or something. And the nurse is like, well, he's not dead. And he's like, you're right. And then he just leaves. And then it cuts to the dad and Chris in heaven, limbo. Now they're spying on people, essentially.
But
yeah. He's like, let me show you what is going to happen or what's happening. And so we see Dog. He goes to his gang, and then they do a drive-by on the dude that shot the dad.
Whoa.
Yeah, they shoot that man. What's funny about that scene is they shoot him, right? Like, they pull up and he's like, this is for Chris. And it's silence. Like, not silence like it's supposed to be silence, but there's just no gunshot.
Okay.
Like, there's still sound, but there's no gunshot. But the man's like, oh, shit. And he dies. So I don't know. They just forgot to put the gun effect in. So that was pretty hilarious. And I think the sister goes back to, like, wants to recover from thoughtiness. And the dad, like, projects himself and starts talking to her. And she's like, oh, shit, I'm going to change.
Does it cut to black and white?
No.
No?
They're, like, in a restroom.
Shit. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
And then this movie ends like all great movies do, with just clips of the family and narration about what happens to them. Like, Chris learns to lift 25-pound weights.
Yeah. I'm glad I walked out of my house.
The mom learns to get over the death of the dad. The little girl does something. The little kid with the stutter becomes a comedian.
I'm glad I walked out of that.
The sister recovers from her thought lifestyle.
Still has
There's also a
AIDS.
bomb in the movie that they don't explain.
The fuck?
I don't know how far I was into the movie, but the sister runs into like a bomb.
Oh yeah,
And
someone
he's
that
like,
she
oh,
knew.
is that you?
That she knew of
And
it.
he's like, I don't know what the
sometime.
fuck you're talking about, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes back up again towards the end at the hospital. He just like is creeping. They don't explain it, I don't think, or maybe I wasn't paying enough attention.
It's someone they knew.
But yeah, 10 out of 10 would watch again.
Gosh.
But yeah, that one was something special.
This
if you
is
ever want to just
airball
like,
for me. This is
I don't know. It was something.
This is a lit firework that doesn't set off.
Yeah. But yeah, we can get into
It's a 2 out of 10.
Mega
David.
Fault.
What did you rate it?
Finish it. You can't rate it. I would rate it. No, I mean, it's got to be like a 1 out of 10. It's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, and it wasn't even like enjoyable good.
It wasn't.
There was some funny parts, I guess, because it was so bad, but not even like. There wasn't like a B movie funny. It was like just terrible, just terrible.
Okay, and I'll make it my a thing to watch the entire
last
movie.
half. You gotta watch the last half and
But
then give us your
my
review.
life. That movie is like I stopped and started so many times.
So did I. But I
couldn't.
got through it.
It hurt.
I got through it.
I was like, I could be doing so much other things right now. I'm gonna go do them right now.
Gotta watch it.
Let's talk about the gem that we got. No,
the second gem.
The second gem. The polished turd. Mega Fault.
Mega Fault. Actually had some budget to it.
It did. It was like a sci-fi movie. It's pretty tight.
Are we recording? We are recording. Never mind.
Are we? Wait.
You are. The time's moving.
Yeah, you scared me, bro.
I was like, oh my god. Holy shit. Have we been going for like an hour? Because there's a big... That's just when I walked out. I thought this was like a shorter amount of time.
Yeah.
But it's just because I was gone for like fucking 3 minutes. Oh shit. And then I couldn't see that moving for a second. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, me neither.
And it doesn't really look like the waveform's changing too much. Anyway. That would have sucked. Mega Fault. Polished shit.
It's a polished piece of turd. Takes place in Black River Mountain, West Virginia.
No, you took more notes than me on this one.
I did. And it's because this one I kind of enjoyed, man.
Yeah.
Because it was a sci-fi. It was a sci-fi shitty movie. This is like my type of movie right here.
Yeah, it was definitely more enjoyable.
Starts off with a controlled demolition. That's not so controlled, apparently, because they set off a... They get into some sciencey bullshit. It's literally bullshit, but it opens up something. I guess there's no tectonic plates in the area, so it sets off a huge earthquake, kills off a group of people.
Yeah, they just fall straight in.
He's calling them on the walkie-talkie. He's like, "Get out of there!" And they're just waving hello. That's super funny. And then they fall into the abyss. They die. Oh man,
I don't remember, but I know he's in his truck or something.
Yeah, he's in his truck. That's what saves him.
And he falls into the abyss.
later on, this one chick who's our main character, I don't know her name.
Doctor something.
Doctor
Seismologist.
By the end of the movie, she's like the most important character in the whole world.
Yeah, pretty much. So he's pretty important.
Yeah.
His name is Boomer, I think, right?
Yeah, his name is Boomer. Nice call.
That's how you know he's a real explosive, man, which comes in handy later.
It's true.
Very handy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so then I remember from there, it goes to like a conference she's having about earthquakes. Big coincidence.
Yeah. And then
she's talking about how in the next 10 years, they'll be able to predict big, massive earthquakes or some shit like that. And then lo and behold, the earthquake starts happening.
Yeah, she goes out to investigate. Hears a horn. Starts digging.
Just below the surface.
Yeah, just below the surface, and it's Boomer who's stuck in his truck. He kind of jumped in his truck. The earth swallowed him. He's still alive.
Just sand, not even rocks.
It's not even rocks, just sand.
Sand. He's under sand. They save him.
Yeah, they save him. Do they all go back to? They start flying a helicopter at some point, right?
They get into the helicopter, and Dr. Seismic Lady, she's like on the line with the Pentagon or some shit.
Yeah.
Whoever was like also at that conference,
yes,
but it's more important than her.
Did you get my husband and wife out of there?
Yeah, like,
so of course we did.
It's headed this way. You know, all this like dangerous mumbo jumbo.
One thing that got me there was like after she said, "Did you get my husband out of there? Out of the whatever the fuck?" And then the guy says, "Of course." And then Boomer says, "Hey, can you get my wife, my family out of there?" He's like, "Of course. What's the address?" "Oh, and also send a helicopter too," and then names his address.
Yeah.
And the guy on the other side of the phone is like, "Of course, I'll have that done ASAP," and then just hangs up.
And like,
good memory, man.
But that's where they end up flying, is towards his house.
Oh, towards his house. Yeah. And then boom.
Because he's like, "That's my house," and then the earthquake comes, and I'm guessing the earthquake's rupturing the gas line or something.
That's a real big part in the whole movie, because later on their helicopter gets shot at by the earthquake.
I don't even remember that part.
No, the earthquake is like it's blowing up gas lines along the way, so it's like basically shooting at the. I wrote down earthquake shoots at helicopter.
But yeah, his family dies. And then I honestly kind of checked out.
No. Oh yeah, okay.
I personally I didn't check back in until like
y'all.
The end.
So it cuts to the family of the wife, the dad and daughter.
Yeah,
and they're flying in an AC-130 big ass plane, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Trying to get out of there.
Then it blows up somehow.
It blows up because this earthquake has knocked down all the plane towers.
Okay.
So they
like traffic control.
Planes are flying blind.
Okay.
And a plane crashes into their wing, takes out their wing, and they crash in that big ass plane. Mm-hmm. Next scene is them. he's like coming out the rubble looking for his daughter.
I remember that.
And the scene that got me after that was they flagged down a trucker, and then they're like, "Oh, honey."
Oh, no, I checked back in at this point. I checked out kind of with the doctor's shit.
Yeah, this is it's all boring. And then when they get into the truck, I think the dad says, "Here, honey, have you ever been in one of these?" And then the daughter says, "No." "Oh, it's a lot of fun." Like, how do you not know your daughter? Of course, your daughter's not been in one of those, right?
Yeah. I hope not. You know. Yeah, my favorite thing with that truck driver is that they somehow his gas tanks in the back that he's hauling catch fire.
Oh yeah,
how'd that happen?
Because the gas lines again started blowing off around him.
They're like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they play like a big part in this fucking movie. Also, the dad lies to the daughter by saying that they're gonna be okay. Crash the plane. I mean, they're okay, but still, they're gonna be okay. And then later on, lies to her again.
When he has to jump out, because the truck driver says, "Hey, you're gonna have to jump in the back of this trailer and unhitch my cargo."
Yeah,
we're super unsafe. And the dad's like, "I'm not going anywhere, sweetie." But realistically, he probably should have died there.
Oh yeah, there was a montage. We got a montage in the movie. That's great. The truck. When I also wrote down earthquake shoots at truck montage. So all the explosions happening around the truck. It looks like a montage.
I don't remember.
It's funny, man.
Yeah. Where do we go from there? I remember a bunch of science mumbo jumbo. Something about a space laser that's supposed to shoot. That's what drives the plot further. Because the science lady thinks she's figured out the solution.
They have a tectonic weapon.
That's something like that. And they're supposed to shoot it at the earthquake.
And freezes it.
And it's going to stop it. But what that ends up doing is like activating a volcano, right?
Yeah, I think it hurts. It damages the... Fuck, I forgot. It's the earth. Then the layer right below.
Crust? I don't know.
Something. But
some layer.
It hits it and there's lava and stuff.
Yeah.
Rising up.
But only from that location, right? Because at this point, they're trying to avoid the earthquake reaching the lava because then they're going to be fucked.
Yeah. They're hitting faults, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
one of my favorite parts involves the lava.
Where we get the death scenes?
Yeah.
The scene where so everyone...
in this town,
yeah, you can see the ground, the cracking. You can see the lava rising up. And then...
they're like, man, it's kind of hot in here, right?
That's
what everyone looks like. They're like,
yeah, you get a scene
of... getting a little hot.
You get a scene of a chick looking at the camera, puts her hands up and goes, and falls over.
Bursts in the flames. They literally start bursting in the flames.
It was funny.
I don't know how lava works, but I don't know if you spontaneously combust.
I don't know.
When you're close to it.
We should test it out.
We'll send you
down
to Hawaii.
Take me to Hawaii after a week or 2 month. Then I'll go test it out.
Check back with that. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Because they go from like, it's kind of getting hot to literally fucking lighting on fire without anything in between. They're not like panicking. Man. They're just like, damn, it's hot. And then it's like, they're on fire and dead.
Yeah, it's funny, man. A bunch of scenes of people running away in towns. So the end goal is to cut off the earthquake after that fails.
Yes.
So they set up
this is the final quarter where it's game time at this point.
It's game time. They have to do it. It's all or nothing.
And they got the right man for the job.
They got Boomer, man.
He knows all about explosives.
Yep.
This fucking science lady, she's like, yo, I give up. Like, I just want to be with my family. This is dumb. And Boomer's like, come on, there's got to be some way to do this shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, if we can create a fucking crater or a crack in the surface.
That conversation was so dumb to me. It's like, just humor me. It's like,
just let me know.
Fuck you.
And she's like, it would need to be 25 miles long. And he's like, Bitch, I can do it. I'm fucking Boomer. So they get the support of the military, and by that you would think I mean that they're gonna bomb, right? Like fucking strip bomb, like just keep bombing and bombing until they crack the surface. But no, they send fucking Boomer to it with some dynamite. Some he sets up some bombs along the fucking track, your whole trail. He sets them to be motion activated.
Oh yeah, so as he drives by, they blow up.
So when they drive by, he blows up.
So there's like 15 of them or something.
No. Because they hit 2, and she's like, how much more? And she's like 17 or something.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
They're like close to 20. Anyway.
Earthquake is up their asses.
Yeah, so Boomer's like, peace out, go be with your family, I'll take care of this. And she's like, no, I'm going with you. And he's like, fine, whatever, bitch. And yeah, so they have these boxes of dynamite that they're setting up, which I guess is enough to fucking create holes in them.
There was a scene when the soldiers were setting up or taking the dynamite off the truck, and they're like, can you guys do it? Give us something easy to do.
No, I didn't even hear that one.
So stupid.
I thought it was hilarious when like one of the soldiers is walking with the boxes, and then Boomer just opens it and he closes it and starts walking away. Like, what was he doing? Like, that's dynamite. And he fucking left. So they set those shits up, and then what? Then it's pretty much time for the show, right? Then they gotta. Well, I don't think, are they waiting for it, or it just starts coming? They're like, oh shit,
it starts coming. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Start driving.
Boomer calls in for a helicopter to come pick up the doctor, and he starts driving.
They were planning on both leaving, but he wasn't finished setting off all the bombs, so the helicopter hovers over the Jeep with the zip line or something.
Well, I thought it was done before that. Actually, hold on, before we get to that nice little plot point.
Bring it up.
Is Boomer, the doctor lady played by Brittany Murphy, she's like,
Charlie Murphy,
you can't do this. Like, I'm gonna do it with you, right? And then he's like, no, like, go be with your family. And she's like, no, you can't do this alone. You're gonna die. And that just confused me. Because how is her being there gonna make a difference? Like, if she knows he's gonna die alone, what are you doing there gonna provide?
Shouldn't you be afraid of dying?
Like, you're gonna die too then. Like, you're not gonna provide anything but being in the car to be with him when he dies. She would throw away
her life for this guy, man.
That she met fucking a couple hours ago. But yeah, anyway, you were saying, so he ends up calling the helicopter for them or whatever. And
they try to pick both of them up.
It's not that they can't do it, but my man Boomer,
he has 2 more to set off.
And he refuses.
Yeah. And then after they take the girl from the helicopter, there's like a quote unquote sad scene where they're being like, oh no, I can't leave without you, this and that. And then they leave. Boomer finally sets off all the bombs. His car gets stuck, which is stupid because it looked like there was nothing in front of the wheel and the tire.
And then they zoom in on the tire, and there's like, it's actually fucking in a crater, like a small little crater.
Yeah. And his final scene, I think we're led to assume. Oh, that
was hilarious.
We're led to.
It was funny.
We're led to assume that he's at peace with it.
Yeah.
And then his collar falls into the abyss again.
Took it. I should edit it. Maybe I'll edit it and put it on Instagram. But essentially what I took it as is, right, he pulls out his necklace, his cross, and he kisses it. And he's at peace with it or whatever. But he takes his hands off the wheel. But he leaves them
Jesus,
like...
take the wheel.
I thought he was going to go straight, Jesus, take the wheel. And I thought something weird was going to happen. Because he still has his hands close to the wheel.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not at peace with it. Like, if he was at peace with it, he would just like put his hands down. But he just like kind of just like barely takes them off and has his hands hovering around it. But no, he just falls into the abyss and he dies, assuming. So I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I did think, I was like, is Jesus about to take this wheel?
Oh, man.
And then, he ends up stopping it, right? The earthquake stops and the track, it worked. The doctor goes with her supervisor, whatever that dude is, to the place where the husband and child are.
That ending scene is so
cringy. So she's yelling for them. She's like, husband, child, come out. I know you can hear me. Which they clearly can hear her because they come out from like behind a tree or something.
Yeah.
Like they come out of nowhere. I'm trying to pay attention because they show like them from the waist down pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
and on the background there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing behind them. Yeah. And then it zooms out and there's still nothing really there. So where'd they come from?
It's true.
They just kind of appeared.
Powers.
Randomly. That's like, why couldn't you answer your wife, you fucking dick? Like, she just wanted to know you're okay, but you were still silent. You clearly heard her because you were
watching him explore the house.
Yeah. So, and then the supervisor guy's like, guys, take a look at this. That's the last line of dialogue you hear in this movie. And then it pans out like Google Earth. It's a giant fucking crater.
Oh man,
definitely more enjoyable than the first movie.
More enjoyable.
The first one's a 1 out of 10. This one's like a 3 out of 10. Maybe a 4 out of 10.
2.5. 4.
It's like a 2 on IMDb. I think it deserves a little more than that. It wasn't terrible. I feel like they could do worse, but it was pretty bad.
They did a lot of things where they forgot. There was one scene. I'm sorry, we'll finish it quickly. But there's one scene where the doctor was going through the military place where they're finally getting this tectonic plate set up, tectonic weapon
laser
set up
thing.
Yeah. And she passes by with a bunch of folders or something and a coffee.
Okay.
And she passes this one person he's sitting in front of a computer doing something, and she's all like, "Oh, that looks great," and just goes back to her business. I don't know, that one little scene got me.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, Boomer's scene where his family dies. That slow motion. The slow motion. He was holding his hands in front of his face for like maybe a minute straight, like. And then he puts his hands over his head. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, his facial expression didn't seem that sad either. But maybe he was in shock.
It was weird.
Yeah. 3, 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
If you were to have to watch one of these, I'd recommend Make a Fault over the other one.
Please.
So now, before we wrap it up here, we just have to do our random selections again. I'll go first this time. My lucky thing to watch is going to be
how lucky are
you? A little movie called Soul Thieves.
If last time we were a real game of Russian roulette, we were dead by the first round.
Oh yeah, I would have died right now too. I got a comedy special the first time.
What did you get? Oh,
it was a Sam Kinison special. Oh. But my movie is called Soul Thieves. Came out in 2015. Quick little synopsis for everybody.
Tight.
In 1815, during the Mexican independence movement, a group of soldiers fighting for Spain take shelter at a ranch where a group of sisters support the other band. And the insurgents who are fighting for freedom.
I can do that, guys.
So it's about Mexican. Yeah. So it's about these women supporting the freedom fighters over the Spaniards. So
dope.
No, that might be interesting.
It might be good.
Lucky me, it's only an hour and a half.
Did you take a picture?
I did not take a picture.
So you can send that shit to me.
And let's see what Rick's gonna get.
I'm gonna hit the button. Still
working on that soundtrack. I'm sorry you guys have to listen to Rick.
5 seconds of summer, 2014 film.
Summer.
Are we going through IMDb?
No, we'll leave that for.
It's an hour 30 minute. It's a documentary. Should I keep doing? Should I do it again?
Shit. Yeah, we agreed last episode.
Only movies. Bam.
Movies.
Oh, Charlotte's Web.
I've seen it though. That's a movie we haven't seen.
Okay.
Bryce.
Last Curtain Call.
Never heard of it.
All right, Last Curtain Call is my movies. It's a 2014 film. Again, it's a drama, an hour 28 minutes. And here's a little summary. I'm gonna love this movie. Dope. An aspiring rock star finally gets his big break in the music industry after having neglected everyone he loves, and is now trying to make up for lost time. But will he be too late? ?
Tune in next week.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was gonna be a musical.
Next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Next week.
But yeah, so we watched those 2 movies. Hopefully you guys watch them so you can laugh along with us and know what we're talking about.
Sorry if you watched those movies last week.
Maybe these ones seem like they're not gonna suck so bad. So.
Yeah.
But hopefully they're not just movies. I want them to be good or shit. I don't want like it's a movie, you know.
Facts.
But anyway, we'll find out what happens. It's episode 3. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube. Don't stalk us. He really doesn't want you to stalk him.
Yeah.
Don't do it. All right. Later.
Adios.